overthinker? Do you overthink scenarios easily and it bothers you so much? Overthinking things doesn't mean you have a mental illness like anxiety disorder. It's just that overthinking leads us to have an anxiety disorder by being afraid and anxious. There are many types of anxiety disorder like panic disorder, social anxiety disorder, specific phobias, and general anxiety disorder. Anxiety makes us overthink everything in many different ways, and the result of this overthinking isn't really helpful at all. Fortunately, anxiety and overthinking everything doesn't have to be a permanent part of our life. We all need to learn on how to deal with it. You just don't have to control your thoughts. You have to stop letting them to control you. Sometimes people don't understand your situation and they will say that you are crazy and overreacting. That hurts though, and it's sad to know that they lack knowledge about mental illnesses. Anxiety and overthinking aren't the same things. They bear subtle but important distinctions. So, what exactly is the difference of the two? Overthinking is a situation that can cause stress and unavoidable worry, and it is a part of the people's thought processes. And anxiety disorder is a psychiatrist's disorder that can destroy a daily life by afflicting them with persistent worries. There are many people who are suffering from anxiety. We shouldn't ignore them. Instead, we should start to help and talk to them. Be a good listener. And to those who always overthink, overthinking can lead you to have a psychological problems and like anxiety and depression. Seek help before it's too late. If you want to stop your suffering, then don't be afraid to talk to someone whom you think you're comfortable to talk to. Anxiety bears a stigma, overthinking does not. Seeking help with other people and telling it to your family or friends can help you to control your thoughts. You can consult a health expert so that you can help yourself to overcome your anxiety and that you can also have a peaceful life. Sadly, not all who have anxiety seek help from others. Instead, they are keeping their problems and being silent. We sometimes misunderstand the person is being silent and they are in pain or they need someone to listen to them, but not all. There are people who look very happy and stable, but people like them tend to have an anxiety and disorder because they're hiding their pain in the mask of happiness. Further, the result of anxiety and overthinking everything and start that we believe that we think and it leads us to death. After all, if we think about it, it's real. And we think about it constantly, it's real, right? No, it's the trick that anxiety plays. Anxiety causes overthinking, but with anxiety, these thoughts aren't always trustworthy. Fear and anxiousness can also affect someone's mind and makes us overthink. That will lead us to have an anxiety. What makes us afraid when we have an anxiety disorder? It makes you afraid of some things like failure. It can make you try to do well so that you won't fail, but it can also stop you from doing well if the feeling is too strong. So, you are afraid because you think you'll disappoint the people around you. Being anxious with your surroundings. Based on thesaurusdictionary.com, anxiousness is full of mental distress or uneasiness because fear and of danger or misfortune. Living with anxiety is not a choice. You can also seek help from others and come to health expert for consultation. And if you know someone who has an anxiety, don't think twice to help them because they need someone who can understand them. They may not look helpless, but they are trying to be okay to overcome their own problems. Anxiety affects not just our mind, it also affects our physical activities. Example, when you are going to talk in front of your classmates, you suddenly feel so confident. And then, positive, after a minute, some negative thoughts comes up in your mind. And the more we think about it, the more we lose our confidence and start to panic. It's natural to have a panic attack when you have an anxiety. It is the tension you feel when your anxiety is attacking your thoughts. Did you know that anxiety disorder is the most common health mental illness in the US? According to Anxiety and Depression Association of America, 40 million adults in the United States aged 18 or older are affecting anxiety, or 18.1% and older every year of their population. They say that anxiety is highly treatable, yet 39.9 of those suffering receive treatment. Lastly, ADAA says that it's uncommon for someone with an anxiety to suffer from depression or vice versa. Nearly one half of those diagnosed with an depression are also diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. There are signs and symptoms of anxiety disorder based on Mayo Clinic of America nonprofit academic center that is based in Rochester, Minnesota, in America, that the common anxiety signs and symptoms are feeling nervous, restlessness, or tense, having a sense or of impending disorder, panic or doom, having an increased heart rate, breathing rapidly, sweating, trembling, trouble of con- consecrating or thinking about anything other than the present worry, trouble sleeping, experiencing gastronomic problems, having the urge to avoid things that trigger anxiety. There is no exemption on having an anxiety, even if you're a student or a well known person. Do you know Mia Miyu? She's a 22-year-old member of Twice. She has been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. As I've read in the article of Metro Entertainment, Mina was confirmed to be struggling with an anxiety disorder. And she feels sudden extreme anxiety and insecurity towards performing on stage. Anxiety disorder are different, though for me, they're a group of mental illnesses and they cause affliction that can keep you away from carrying your life normally. But the treatment, you can manage those feelings and get back to a fulfilling life. And you can consult a therapist, give time to yourself, bond with your friends, or for the most important for me is to pray. Prayer can help you to overcome your anxiety or any other mental illness. Fill yourself with positivity and make yourself happy by doing what you want. I don't have an anxiety. Even though I don't have an anxiety, I overthink a lot. Example, in my junior high school, something happened to me and that was very embarrassing. I tripped in front of my classmates. I was very uncomfortable that time. Then my classmates started to laugh because of my clumsiness. And then that time, negative thoughts comes up in my head. My mind is telling me that I'm such a shame. I feel like I want to be out of this world for a while. I also think that maybe they're bullying me out of their mind. And I find overthink especially when I'm alone and sad. I don't know how to say this, but even the smallest thoughts I can expand because I'm overthinking a lot. I really can't stop myself when I'm overthinking because sometimes I think scenarios that is impossible and not even existing. And my other shameful scenario is that ever happened to me is I closed the opposite handle of the door because I thought that's the handle. It's a shame to me. And I am comforting my friends when they are overthinking and sad. I can say that overthinking can manipulate our mind, doesn't want you to have a peaceful life. I have a friend. He tells us that he can't sleep every night. Me and my other friend thinks that he is suffering from insomnia. And did you know that one of the main reasons to have an insomnia is anxiety? According to Anxiety and Depression Association of America, anxiety causes sleeping problems, and new research suggests that sleeping deprivation can also cause an anxiety disorder. Research also shows that some form of sleep disruption is present in nearly all psychiatric disorders. Studies also show that people with chronic insomnia are high risk of anxiety disorder. We tell to our friend to tell to his parents that he can sleep every night, and he said that he doesn't want to let his parents know because he thinks that his parents doesn't even care about it. My opinion on this topic is don't be afraid. Don't let your mind to control your thoughts. You may think negative thoughts, but don't apply it to yourself. Let your thoughts run through your mind. And always remember to pray for our Supreme Being. It can help you to overcome your anxiety. And that's all. Thank you so much.